Most people fail not because they aren't talented, not because they aren't capable, but because they surrender at the first sign of resistance. They abandon their dreams the moment the storm comes, forgetting that the storm was part of the journey all along. You must understand, life was never designed to hand you success. It was designed to test your hunger for it. Most people fail because they expect the path to be straight. They think desire is enough, that wanting something badly will somehow summon it into existence. But success does not respond to want. Success bows only to those who match their desire with relentless discipline, unwavering vision, and unbreakable faith. You are not here to tiptoe toward your destiny. You are here to charge toward it, scars, wounds, battle cries, and all. Failure is not a curse. It is the call to arms. It is life's way of asking you, how badly do you want this? Thomas Edison failed over 10,000 times before lighting the world. Henry Ford went bankrupt 5 times before revolutionizing industry. Walt Disney was fired for lacking creativity before creating an empire of dreams. They did not fold under failure. They did not personalize rejection. They saw it for what it truly was, a crucible for greatness. Most people fail because they allow temporary defeat to become permanent surrender. But you must see defeat as temporary instruction, not final judgment. There are no final defeats, only final decisions to quit. Most people fail because they crave validation more than mastery. They post the highlights, the trophies, the applause, and when it fades, so does their spirit. But real greatness happens when no one is watching. It's in the extra rep after exhaustion. It's in the lonely night of planning when everyone else is asleep. It's in the countless silent battles where no one cheers, but you still rise. Mastery is born in the darkness, and you, if you are to rise, must fall in love with the work no one else sees. You must let go of needing permission. You must let go of waiting for applause. The prize is not the praise. The prize is who you become. Most people fail because they focus on what they lack. They fixate on the skills they don't have, the connections they don't know, the advantages they weren't born with. But giants are not born from privilege. Giants are built from resourcefulness, from turning what little you have into what you need, from building the wings on the way down. Stop waiting for ideal conditions. There are none. The ground will never be perfectly flat. The wind will never be perfectly calm. The timing will never be perfect. Success belongs to those who move anyway, who leap while their knees shake, who build while their hands tremble. Progress rewards the imperfect doer more than the perfect dreamer. Most people fail because they listen to fear louder than they listen to faith. They let the small voice inside that whispers, "What if you fail?" drown out the roaring fire that screams, "What if you fly?" Fear is not your enemy. It is your invitation. It is the doorway standing between you and the life you are meant to live. You must learn to walk toward fear, not away from it. You must lean into the discomfort, into the unknown, into the chaos, and find yourself there, because courage is not the absence of fear. It is action in the face of it. Most people fail because they quit when it's boring, when it's not flashy, when the results are not immediate. They want fast results, instant glory, overnight transformation. But greatness does not bloom overnight. It grows slowly, painfully, invisibly, day after day, rep after rep, with no applause, no fanfare, and no guarantee except your own belief. The seed must crack and break before the tree ever touches the sky. And you, if you are to rise, must endure your cracking without losing your vision. Fall in love with patience. Fall in love with repetition. Fall in love with the quiet buildup of greatness. Most people fail because they lose gratitude. They focus only on what they haven't achieved, forgetting how far they've already come. They let bitterness, jealousy, and entitlement poison their minds. But gratitude is the antidote. Gratitude sharpens your focus. Gratitude multiplies your energy. Gratitude reminds you that every failure, every setback, every tear was a necessary part of your becoming. Be grateful for the struggle. It is your sculptor. Be grateful for the pain. It is your purifier. Be grateful for the delays. They are preparing you for what you asked for. A bitter heart cannot carry a heavy crown. Most people fail because they believe growth is optional. They stop learning once they reach a certain level. They think success is a destination, not a lifelong journey. But the masters of every generation, Carnegie, Rockefeller, Lincoln, King, knew this. The mind must be sharpened daily like a blade. The spirit must be tested daily like steel. Read, study, fail, reflect, adjust, grow. The day you stop learning is the day you start dying. Most people fail because they forget why they started. When the battle gets fierce, they lose their vision. When the night gets cold, they lose their fire. They negotiate with their dreams. They settle for comfort. They trade the extraordinary for the average. But you must carve your purpose into the stone of your mind. You must wake up every day breathing your mission, living your vision, bleeding your why. Purpose is not a luxury. It is your lifeline. It is what will keep you moving when every bone in your body wants to quit. It is what will lift you when the world pushes you to your knees. When your why is strong enough, no how will be too difficult. Most people fail because they see obstacles as endings. They think a closed door means a dead dream. But every obstacle is a test. Every wall is a mirror asking, are you committed or are you convenient? The obstacles you face are not punishments. They are invitations to level up, to become stronger, sharper, wiser. The mountain you climb shapes the warrior you become. And you were not made to shrink before mountains. You were made to move them. Most people fail because they want guarantees. They want to see the entire staircase before taking the first step. They want certainty before action. But life does not hand out certainty. Life demands faith. Faith to leap before you see the net. Faith to invest in your dream before the world believes in it. Faith to act as if it is impossible to fail. The greatest rewards are reserved for those who move without guarantees. Risk is not the enemy. It is the bridge to your future. Most people fail because they seek comfort over challenge. But you must understand, comfort is a slow poison. It dulls your edge. It weakens your fire. It robs you of your destiny. Growth lives in discomfort. Strength lives in discomfort. Your future lives beyond your current limits. If you feel stretched, you are in the right place. If you feel afraid, you are close to the breakthrough. If you feel pressure, you are forging power. Do not run from the tension. Become it. Because while most people will fail, you will rise. You will rise not because it was easy, but because you chose the hard road. You will rise not because you were born lucky, but because you forged your own fate. You will rise because you refused to quit when it got dark, when it got lonely, when it got bloody. You will rise because you remembered your mission when others forgot theirs, because you held on to your dream when others let go, because you chose faith over fear, purpose over pain, growth over comfort. And in the end, when the smoke clears and the doubters fall silent, it will be you standing at the summit, scarred, tired, changed, but victorious, because you will not be one of the many who fail. You will be the one who rose. Now go, seize what is already yours. Build the life the world told you was impossible.